So let's talk about something that's a little bit of a paradox in the events world. We're going to explore how that absolutely stunning venue website, the one you're so incredibly proud of, might actually be creating your biggest operational headaches behind the scenes. And look, let's be real. You should be proud of it. Your site is probably a masterpiece. It's designed to literally stop potential clients in their tracks and make them fall head over heels in love with your space. It does its job, and believe me, it does it brilliantly. Okay, let's dive into this. We're talking about those gorgeous cinematic video headers that just pull you in. The elegant fonts, the full-screen photo galleries you can get lost in for hours. The whole experience, right? It's all meticulously crafted to build desire and, here's the key, generate those all-important inquiries. It's a conversion machine and it's working. But here's the catch. This is where the problem creeps in. The very things your website is perfectly optimized for, that visual wow factor, the brand story, are completely different from what you need to actually run the event. It's just not built for the nitty-gritty of logistics, or coordinating with a dozen suppliers, or keeping track of who has the latest version of a document. And that creates this massive disconnect between winning the business and actually executing it. So think about it for a second. Once that contract is signed, the deposit clears, what happens then? Where do all the critical details, the floor plans, the timelines, the supplier contacts, where do they actually go? Because one thing's for sure, they don't live on your beautiful public-facing website. This is what we call the post-booking void. The reality? Well, it usually ends up being a total mess, right? All that critical info gets scattered everywhere. We're talking endless email chains, shared drives that are impossible to navigate, and a million PDF attachments with names like floor_plan_final_final_V2. Oh, and maybe a few different messaging apps thrown in for good measure. Your beautiful website, that central hub, is now completely out of the picture. And that right there is the heart of the problem. Your amazing site encourages clients to ask for customizations and details, which is great. But what that means is it actively attracts complexity. The issue is it gives you absolutely zero tools to manage that complexity once they've signed on the dotted line. When you're starting out, maybe you can handle it. At 10 events a month, a few spreadsheets, and a whole lot of emails, it feels manageable. But what happens when you scale to 20 events? The cracks really start to show. And at 30 events a month, it's pure chaos. Version confusion is rampant, nobody knows who's responsible for what, and your team is heading straight for burnout. That beautiful design just doesn't scale. And this is the big aha moment, isn't it? Aesthetic sophistication masks operational fragility. Just because your website looks like a slick, well-oiled luxury machine on the outside doesn't mean your back-end operations are solid. To the client, everything looks perfect, until the fragility gets exposed on the day of the event. So what's the alternative? It's all about moving from being just a decoration to becoming real functional infrastructure. This isn't just a website. It's a centralized system that's actually designed to manage all the messy stuff, the logistics, the suppliers, the document versions, all in one place. It's built for execution, not just for show. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is how it breaks down the difference in a super practical way. Your brochure website might have a static image of a floor plan. An operational platform, it has a dynamic, version-controlled layout that can be updated. Your site might offer a sample PDF timeline. The platform gives you a live, shared dashboard that everyone can see and interact with in real time. It's the difference between a picture of a tool and the tool itself. And that's where the real power of this infrastructure comes in. It gives every single event its own dedicated dashboard. It can give suppliers their own logins so they can find the info they need without emailing you 50 times. It tracks every single revision, manages schedules. It centralizes control so you can protect the quality and your sanity on every single event you run. Okay, so let's get down to brass tacks. What does this actually mean for your business? Well, the amazing photography, branding, and atmosphere on your website, that's what wins you the initial booking. But the seamless coordination, the smooth execution, and a genuinely stress-free experience for the client, that's what wins you the referral. And we all know referrals are the absolute lifeblood of this business. So, as we wrap up, I'll leave you with this question to really think about. Is your website truly a functional asset that supports your entire business, from that first impression all the way through to flawless execution? Or is it just a beautiful decoration, leaving your team to deal with all the chaos behind the curtain?